It has been hot across central Texas throughout the course of this summer, but here's the catch. Not hot enough to reach the century mark anywhere across central Texas. According to this tracker, zeros across the board for Temple, Waco, as well as Killeen. We average 24 days of 100+ degree heat per year. However, we are looking well on our way to being well below that number. However, we could have some somewhat saving grace or not saving grace, depending on how you look at it, because we have high pressure over the Gulf of Mexico that's going to be funneling in that southerly flow. And when you get that southerly flow and that moisture and that winds come out of the south, that's where you can get warmer temperatures, even though it will feel a little bit more tolerable, especially when we have winds coming around 15 to 20 miles an hour. Temperature-wise, we're pretty much hovering in those mid to upper 80s across much of central Texas. 85 at the airport here in Temple, and the same story goes for Killeen, Copperas Cove, Fort Hood, and Waco checking in at 87. You're pretty much a warm spot, as well as the 35 split up in Hillsboro checking in at 87. Let's take a look at Harker Heights while we're at it, because we're going to be looking at those mid 80s here. Winds have slowed down just a little bit. They're coming out of the south at around 11 miles an hour. Remember, earlier this afternoon, we were getting a bit of an easterly component with that wind, and it was at a good 23 miles an hour. And that made it feel a real much more tolerable outside, because it was quite a scorcher. We were looking at those mid to upper 90s in spots earlier this afternoon, but we are going down to those mid 80s, and we are seeing those winds start to slow down as well. So you're going to start to really feel that humidity. It'll feel a little sultry as you head out the door on your Monday morning. Look at lows tonight, getting to those upper 70s to those lower 80s, and look at that, upper 90s, maybe even some triple digits as you head throughout Monday afternoon. We're going to start off with a few of those clouds, but then those clouds are going to mix out, and we're just going to have a hot central Texas summer afternoon. Now, the muggiest spot is going to be our eastern zones, especially when we have heat indices getting to around 106 in places like Hearne, according to this model data. But it can get a little bit warmer than that, and as a result of that, heat advisory in effect for areas along and east of that I-35 corridor for heat indices that could be between 105 and 110. So heat-related illnesses are definitely possible. Make sure you drink plenty of water, as well as take frequent breaks when you are outside. 8 on the Jordan meter as a result, because we are going to be seeing highs around 97. Those clouds are going to break apart as we head throughout the day. High pressure builds in, and we expect to be mostly dry, and temperatures getting to those upper 90s by the time we get to Thursday. Chance of a few of those thunderstorms coming on Saturday.